Hi everyone, my name is Andy Robertshaw. I'm back to Daily Killer Sudoku puzzle 27272. I'm helping somebody out on Facebook with this puzzle. I've got the candidates in they got and a few fixed numbers as well. What I'd like to do in this one is show that value there, row 1, column 6 is a 2, and consequently row 1, column 7 is 4, and remind you again that row 4, column 8 is the same as this one, so that one will also be a 4. Okay, so, but before I do anything, I'd like to say something again I said in the last one. This 7 must be 1 and 6. If I had 3 and 4 as the alternative there, I'd have to have 1 and 6 as these two. So if I can quickly clear them, 1 and 6 there. And so it would mean I've got 7 and 2 between those two. But this one and this one have to add up to 8. So I've got 37 there. To make up the 45, this plus this must be 8. And that is impossible. Therefore, these two have to be 1 and 6. And let's eradicate any candidates as a result of that. So the 11 cannot be 5 and 6. I cannot have 1 and 6 there. I cannot have 1 and 6 here. And in this 13, I cannot have a 6 there or the 7 that would have gone with it. Okay, now let's focus on this cell, row 1, column 6. If we look at this column 6, I've obviously got to have a 2 somewhere in that column. The only place I could have a 2 apart from there are any of these three. So I'm going to eradicate these possibilities one by one. I'll start with the easiest one, row 9. So if I've got a 2 there, I've got a 1 there, I must have a 5 there, and I cannot have the 5 in this cell, I would need to go with the 2 there. So hopefully that's quite straightforward. So let's come back and eradicate 2 there and the 5 that would go with the 2 here. Right, let's look now at row 8, column 6. If I clear that, I've got a 2 there and a 7 there. So what happens here? I cannot have a 7 here. In fact, more importantly, that would be a 1. That one would be a 5. I'll remind you once again that this one is the same as this. I've got 28 here and 15 here. 28 plus 15 is 43, which is 2 less than 45. So these two have to be 2 more than this one. So that's why this one has to equal this one. That's a 5. Also, if we look at this box, 10 plus 7 plus 12 is 29. So 29 is 16 less than 45. So these three have to add up to 16. So remember that. Also, I've got 2 boxes with 3 cells sticking out there, which add up to 102. 102 is 12 more than 90, so these 3 cells add up to 12. So I need a 1 and a 6 there. So in order to have my 15 here, I would need 7 and 8. I can't have a 6 and 9 because I've got a 6 in this cage already. So I'd need 7 and 8 there. My 12 would have to be 3 and 9 then. So let's put that in. My 10 would have to be 4 and 6. In fact, right, that'd be going off at a tangent. This cell here, row 3, column 6, would therefore have to be a 6. Since this plus this add up to 8, Row 6, column 4 would have to be a 2. And now I'm stuck. My options for a 7 are 1, 6, 2, 5 or 3, 4. But I've got a 1 touching it, a 3 touching it, and a 2 touching it. So that's eaten all my options. I have no option left for this 7. So I've gone wrong putting a 2 in row 8, column 6. So let's go back to where we were and eliminate the 2 there and the 7 that would have gone with it. In fact, I should have had these cells in pairs. I can't have a 7 there anyway. Right, okay, let's have a look at this one now. I'm going to try a 2 here and see what happens. So I need 13 more to make up this 15. That only leaves me 6 and 7. If I look at my... if I look at this cell next, not 6 or 7, so that is 1. I can do that again. I've got 1 there, 5 there. This one is the same as this one, so that's a 5. I add up to 12 here. I'm saying a lot of the same things again. 6 there. 2 there. It's going to fall out the same way. I'm going to have 7 and 8 here once again. I'm going to have 3 and 9 here. I'm not going to have any option available for this 7. I've got 1, 2 and 3 touching this. So I cannot have 1, 6, 2, 5 or 3, 4. I've got no option for this 7. So therefore, once again, I've come unstuck by putting a 2 there. Right, so let's undo all that. So I know that this cell cannot be a 2, therefore this one is a 2. This is a 4. I cannot have a 4 in this box then. This one is equal to this one, so this one is a 4. And as previously mentioned on the video, these add up to 12. I need 1 and 7 there. I cannot have a 6 there. And these add up to 8. They have to be 1 and 7. And a lot of things are falling out quite nicely now. What else? I need 14 there, so I've got 16 between those. I need 14 there. 5, 8 or 6, 9. But I can't have 5 and 9 because I'd only be left with a candidate of 3 between those 2 cells. So let's take out the 5 and 9 there. I've got 6 and 8. I've got to take out 8 and 4 there. Right, well, I think I'll stop talking now. There's a lot more that will fall out as a result of that. I will let the solve continue. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I'll speak to you again soon.